Welcome in. Oh, I'm so excited to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you guys today? It's great to see you. Welcome in, everybody. How are you? Yay! Can you see me? I can see you. Can you see me? Welcome, everybody, to our 2021 online program Q&A. I am so excited to see you. I want to thank you for coming and spending a little time this afternoon. I could not be more excited to tell you that my brand new online programs for 2021 are open for registration. And this is the perfect time to sign up. You won't have missed anything, right? Everybody will start at just the same place. And so if you've been thinking about joining online programs and you thought, you know, I would like a little bit more information, or I have a couple questions, or I'm not sure how this works, or I'm brand new, you know, who is this person? What's happening here? I'm here to answer all of your questions, and I'll be here for the hour. And so I'm going to go through everything as clearly as I can today. And then, like I said, I'm sure you're still going to have questions that I can answer for you, and I'm here for that. I'm here to answer all of your questions. And no questions off the table. So, you know, even if it's just a question of, are you ready? Is this the right program? What I'm going to tell you is when I started teaching online classes almost a decade ago, you know, I've been doing this for a minute. Actually, 2021 will be my 10th year of teaching online programs in spirituality. So when I first started, there weren't that many people doing online classes. Now there's a lot. So, and I'm very mindful of that. You have a lot of choices, right? So, and there's a lot of different places to go and learn, right? So I'm here to talk to you today about my programs, which I teach 2 programs. There's one that's just focused on crystal healing, and then there's a bigger program called Soul Shift, which includes crystal masters. So really I teach one program called Soul Shift, but if you just want to take the little nibble of the crystal healing, you can do that separate. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to all your questions in the feed. I do want to let you know I'm joined by 3 members of Team SG, some of whom will be answering your questions too in the feed. So I want to thank Alexis, and I want to thank Kelsey. I think it's Alexis, Kelsey, and Claire who are here with me today. So just so you know, they're also going to be responding. So when you see Sage Goddess in gold, kind of highlighting, that's Team SG. And they are just as equipped to answer your questions as I am, so they may respond to some of the questions. We don't have alumni groups. So one of the biggest perks of being in my programs is being in my private Facebook groups. I only have 2 Facebook groups that I moderate, and that is Soul Shift and Crystal Masters. If you join programs, you will be admitted to those Facebook groups. If you leave programs, you unfortunately will lose that benefit. Because here's the thing, I talk about what we're doing in class, I share content, I share links, so only current members get to be in our private Facebook groups. And it's Alexis and me who moderate those exclusively. So that is one of the most special parts. But if you continue in programs, you'll be able to stay in those groups. If you join programs, you'll be admitted to those groups on January 1st. And then if you depart from those groups or from the programs, unfortunately, we remove you from the groups out of fairness to those who are there. You know what I mean? Because they're paying for their membership, they're there, they need the class links and all the content. So hopefully that answers that question too for you. So let me start from the top. Are you ready? I'm not going to look at the feed for just 5-10 minutes because I want to completely just talk to you. So if there's questions in the feed, just know I'll come back to them. We're together for an hour. So, and again, if I don't see your question, Team SG may be answering your question in the process, okay? Let me back it all the way up. How many of you are new, by the way? Anybody here new to Sage Goddess, new to me, new to the work that I do? It's always helpful for me to know because there's probably a lot of you here who are quite experienced too. But I specifically also want to make space for those of you who might be new, because that's important. And I am someone who opens my online heart and home to new people constantly. Some people only want to work with people that they've worked with before. That's not me, okay? That's not my soul path or purpose. My purpose is to extend the work that I do to people from around the world, and we really do have a global community. Look at all the new members or new potential members who are here. So I want to tell you, if you're new, I don't know about you, but when I'm new to something, I get a little nervous. Do I know what I need to know? Are the people nice? Is she weird? You know, like I ask myself, because I join online classes too. And so I want to tell you, I mean, I can't say that I'm not weird. I am kind of weird. You know what I mean? I mean, I teach unique things. So, but you will not feel left out, left behind, anything like that. My intention every year is I kind of start like it's a clean slate, and I start from the beginning. So that's why I'm saying, if you've ever thought about joining programs, I think this year is the most important year of my teaching ever. And I've been teaching adults since I was 23 years old, professionally, and I'm 47. So we're coming up on 25 years now of professional teaching. I was a professor at the University of Southern California and then at the University of San Diego for a collective period of 15 years. And then I was a corporate coach and consultant in Washington, D.C., and traveled all over the world as a trainer and a content developer. I developed learning programs for C-suite executives, meaning CEOs, CFOs, COOs, all the big, the big executives in big companies. And so I did that for almost 3 years before focusing my attention on Sage Goddess. So I have taught in a lot of different contexts. I've taught leadership, I've taught mythology, I've taught English, I've taught Spanish, I've taught management and business to graduate students, and now for the last 10 years I've been teaching online classes in ceremony and magic. This is the first year I'm teaching alchemy. And alchemy is my passion. Alchemy has been something that I have been studying in a really serious way for the last 15 years, because what I learned is that alchemy is the secret to manifestation. What my classes this year are for you, and in particular I'm talking about Soul Shift, I'll talk about Crystal Masters too. Soul Shift is the behind the scenes this year of magic. It's how magical people think, it's what magical people do, it's all the stuff that is under the surface and kind of hidden, because alchemy's always been hidden, okay? And so I'm going to be showing it all to you, the tips, the tricks. I'm going to be teaching you how to train your body, your mind, and your spirit. And yes, we're going to be talking about your body this year and how to train your body, including all of your senses, how to train your vision, how to train your taste, how to train your smell, how to train your touch. Because alchemists have always known the secrets of how to manifest, but they're not widely distributed. Alchemy's always been a secret science. And for a lot of years, alchemy was illegal. I mean, you could be punished if you were found to be an alchemist, if you were found to be a magician, right? This was sort of off limits to a lot of people for a long time. It's not anymore, but a lot of you have asked me, what are the secrets? Like, I manifest. I'm a big manifester, right? I've manifested a lot in my life. And I'm going to be teaching you what I have learned from the masters in this work and putting it to you this year in layman's terms. Not big fancy, like, I don't understand this, what's she talking about? But like real deal, practical day to day, how do you shift your awareness, your experience, your energy in order to attract what it is you're trying to manifest? So this year's big for me because I feel like everything that I've been doing, especially with Sage Goddess since 2011, which is when I created Sage Goddess, I feel like it's all been leading to this moment. So if you've been in my programs all along, I hate to say it, but you're going to kind of be starting over this year too, because I've never taught what I'm teaching this year. And so, it's kind of nice because the new people coming in are not going to feel left out, because even the very experienced people, I have some students who've been with me for all 9.5 years online in my classes, quite a few. They still are not experienced in what I'm teaching you. So this year is exciting. So let me try to go back to the beginning and explain this. Martha's like, I manifested you. You probably did. And I'll tell you something. And again, you will find me to be very authentic, very open, very honest, very candid, very transparent. We all need this class this year because we're all figuring out how to work our way through what just happened in 2020. Like, what just happened? Are you like me? where you look at pictures on your phone from last November, last December, and you're like, I don't think I realized how different the world was going to be a year from now. And maybe for you it hasn't changed. For me, it has turned on its head. My kids used to go to school. Not anymore. They're here. Okay? And I am now headmistress of this educational institution in my house with, teenagers, right? Our economy is changing. The way we learn, the way we interact or don't interact is changing. And so what I will tell you is that if you have wanted to learn more about manifestation, then the programs this year could not be more right for you. If you're ready to transform and to go from where you are today and to transform into where you know you need to go in order to fulfill this contract that you agreed to when you said, yes, I'll go be human. I'll do that. Sure, it looks like it's going to be hard, but you know what? I think I can do it. When you said yes to this, you signed up for this whole situation that we're all in now. And I have spent the last year, I hired 2 new teachers. I'm now working with 3 new teachers. I hired 2 at the beginning of 2020, right at the beginning. And the 3rd one I brought in about halfway through the year to support me, because what I've been doing this year is I've been doing everything I'm teaching you this coming year. I've already done it now. I went through everything I'm going to teach you over the last 12 months. And it has meant that I have not experienced much in the way of anxiety, fear. I have felt very confident and very peaceful, and I have manifested through this year. Not in the same way I normally do, but I have not been as much riding the waves of this year. I've been pretty even and pretty steady and able to be a source of support for people in my life because of the energy work that I have done this year in preparation for what I'm bringing you next year. Okay, so Soul Shift, think of Soul Shift as the big umbrella. Okay, that's the big program. That's $90 a month. And let me tell you what you get for your $90 a month, okay? And by the way, if you sign up for the whole year in advance, but you only can do this until December 31st. But if you sign up for the whole year of Soul Shift up front, you save 2 months of your payments. So it's $900 for the year. That is the same price it has been this whole past year. I didn't raise any of my fees in 2020 because we're in a pandemic. And that's a commitment to my community, okay? My costs have gone up. I like to give my team raises at the end of the year. Our cost of goods has gone up this year because of the pandemic and because of trade rates and everything else. But we're not passing any of that on to our students. And so I really want you to know in good faith, my goal is if you want to do programs this year, they're the same price. You don't have to do any additional financial planning. Everything is the same in terms of your tuition. And that's a commitment to you. So none of your fees will go up for the entire year of 2020 at all. A year from now, you'll still be paying $90 a month for Soul Shift or $30 a month for Crystal Masters, okay? And that's a lot of our community to kind of relax for a minute, because in the classes that I'm in, all my fees are going up for next year. And it's been a little stressful, like, I don't know, should I stay in that class? I don't want you to feel like you can't stay just because of money. So it's been really a commitment that all of us have made this year to you at SG to keep the fees the same, okay? You cannot quad pay your annual registration, and I'll tell you why. So quad pay is something we have at Sage Goddess where you can break up your payments. Quad pay doesn't allow itself to be used for memberships. So, but you can use PayPal credit, and a lot of people are using PayPal credit for the upfront full year, okay? So, and that PayPal credit you can use anywhere in the world. It breaks your payments up into smaller payments, so it allows you to pay for your annual fees. I wish that Quad Pay would let you do that for memberships, but that is something with Quad Pay. It's not a Sage Goddess thing. I wish it were so. Okay. If you sign up for the year and decide you can't continue for a few months and you cancel, do you get a refund? I'm not sure. You should not actually sign up for the whole year unless you can commit for the whole year. That's what I would say. Because you're getting a discount and it's prorated. So I'm going to ask you this. Only sign up for the whole year if you feel like you can complete the whole year. If you don't feel like you can complete the whole year, go month to month. And that's my rule in the programs that I'm into. Now the teachers I've been working with, a lot of them I've been working with for almost a decade too. So I just know I'm going to be in the program for the whole year. I don't even think about it. And I like the savings. A couple of them offer like an annual program. But I would say if you don't feel like you can do the whole year, go month to month. That's my recommendation for you. The annual program is for people who know hands down, they've been with me for a while, they want to do the thing, they want to save $180 and keep the whole program under $1,000. And one thing I will tell you, if you're new to online learning, the classes that I'm in, I will just tell you personally, range from $150 to $600 a month. So to be able to be in a program where it's $900 for the year is pretty remarkable. My program is the most affordable of any program that I'm enrolled in online. I still keep my prices the lowest. Now, I hope you don't think that that means that they're not good quality programs. My goal, though, sometimes I like being the most affordable. My online crystal healing class at $30 a month is the most affordable live online crystal healing class in the world. And you get a certificate at the end of the year. And not just from Sage Goddess, but my programs are now accredited through the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine in the United Kingdom. And this was a big deal. I had to provide proof of my PhD. I had to provide my curriculum. I had to provide my learning objectives. There was a whole review process we had to go through this year to get this certification. So next year's programs are certified through Sage Goddess and through the IPHM. And so you will get, if you're in Crystal Masters next year, let's say you sign up for the whole year. Now, Crystal Masters is just my focused class on crystal healing. If you're going to get a certificate as a crystal healer at the end of the year, it's $30 a month. If you sign up for the year, you save $30, so it's $330 for the year, and you get a certificate both from Sage Goddess and the IPHM. There's nowhere else in the world. Every other online crystal healing class is above $1,000 a year. Ours is a third of that, and we have the only form of online crystal healing certification that anyone can get. There are no other certifying bodies in crystal healing in the world besides this one. So that is a real testament to what we are bringing you this year. So if you want to become a crystal healer, again, for $330, if you buy the annual option, you will get a certificate in crystal healing from Sage Goddess and the IPHM, and you'll get your whole 12 months of curriculum. And it will never be this affordable again. Next year we will have to raise our fees, hopefully not by much, maybe $20 or $30. I don't like to raise fees very much, but each year that our program costs go up. So this will be the last year, I'm sure, where it's $30 a month to become a crystal healer. Next year it might be $35 or it might be $40. So if you want to get a crystal healing certificate at the lowest price we've ever done, this year is the year for you. And you can sign up right away. There are tools that go with both of my classes, but they're optional, okay? The Crystal Masters tools are $30 a month extra, and the Soul Shift tools are $100 a month extra. You can sign up for them. You don't have to. A lot of people are in programs and sign up for tools. A lot of people are in programs and don't sign up for tools, so they're completely optional, okay? And I like tools. I'll tell you something. I like to have the exact thing in my hand that the teacher is using. Do you ever feel like that? If a teacher's teaching, where's my Crystal Masters tool for this month? This is your Crystal Masters tool for January. I had bronzite stars carved for you. Is that beautiful? These took 4 months to have carved and bring to you because of the pandemic, all carved by hand. Because 2021 is a 5-year, which is the number of prosperity, so we're setting 5 wishes for prosperity during our January Crystal Masters class. So for me, I like to have the exact tools, and all of your tools in Soul Shift and Crystal Masters are custom made for the programs. I'll show you the Soul Shift tools in just a second. But again, You don't have to have them. It's optional. And I'm going to say this to you really candidly, and a lot of you have known me for a long time. If you have to choose between class and tools, always choose class. Always choose education over things in your life. That's what I've learned. I love wisdom. I was named after the goddess of wisdom. I believe in learning. I think that learning can change your life and make you happy and keep you optimistic and help you grow. And so if you can only afford to take a class this year, but you can't afford the tools, don't let that discourage you. Again, plenty of people sign up for class and use their own tools, and that's fine too. It teaches you to be resourceful and creative, right? Yeah. So tools are not mandatory, and you can cancel at any time. So let's say you got all excited, signed up for Crystal Masters, wanted to get your star, but then you saw the February tools, which I always show it to you before you have to change, decide, and you're like, I'm not really sure I want that. Unsubscribe for the tools for that month. And then the next month you see the new tool and you're like, oh, I've got to have that. Resubscribe. All of my classes are flexible. You can start in Crystal Masters and upgrade to Soul Shift. You can start in Soul Shift and downgrade to Crystal Masters. You can subscribe for classes and tools and just change the classes and unsubscribe from your tools. The only commitment there is if you want to sign up for the year and get a discount in your tuition. That's the only long-term commitment. And the reason I have an annual option is that a lot of my students have been with me forever, and they know they want to do the thing, and they just want a discount. That's why there's an annual option. It's a gift to the people who've been with me for almost a decade. They're like, whatever, I've been with her forever, I'm going to do this year, just give me some bucks. You know what I mean? And I get that too, because again, the people I've been learning with, a lot of them I've been with for 7, 8, 10 years, and I just know I want to learn with them, and I just like getting a savings. Does that make sense? But if you're new and you're not sure, do everything month to month. There's no commitment. You can cancel everything at any time. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, and you can go back and forth. Soul Shift tools and Crystal Masters are totally different. Soul Shift tools are, so let me back up the truck again one more time. I teach every week. Okay? Every week. If you're in Soul Shift, you are going to see me every week. That may be a lot for you. Okay? So, if you're in Soul Shift, session 1 of each month is what we call the rabbit hole. That's your alchemy class. I give you worksheets, I teach you, I bring you concepts, philosophy, literature, language, history, mythology, archaeology. I'm throwing everything at you during the first week of Soul Shift. Week 2 of Soul Shift is Crystal Masters. So Crystal Masters is included in Soul Shift. But if you just want week 2, sign up for Crystal Masters. Then you're not getting me every week, you're just getting me that second week of each month. Session 3 in Soul Shift is your shamanic journey. Then every month I lead you through a journey. I drum for you, I play the chair harp for you, I do the rain disc, I use the chimes, this year we're going to use chanting. I'm going to take you through a different modality and a different journey and a different experience with sound every third week this year. And then session 4 is where we do our crafting in Soul Shift. That's our crafting and our integration. So every month you're going to make a tool for your altar, something that's unique, something that you'll be able to use for the rest of the year. So in Soul Shift, are you ready? You get 4 classes a month: the Rabbit Hole, Alchemy, Crystal Masters, Journey, and Crafting. You get class notes taken by my team. Alexis takes notes for you, so you don't have to take notes, which is kind of nice. She spends hours a week taking notes and formatting them and putting them in your classroom. So if you just want to come and enjoy and never even have a pad of paper, you don't have to. And you'll have all those notes archived for you. You get 4 hours a month of live readings with me. Every Wednesday at 2 p.m., I do an hour of live channeling for my students in our group. So you can get a live reading from me every Wednesday. You get pre-recorded coaching. So you submit your questions. I respond to every question that comes in an audio every month. It's anywhere from 2 to 3 hours of recorded coaching. It's answers to everybody's questions in the group. A lot of our members say it's their favorite thing. They play it going to work. And they listen to me say what the question is and my answer, and the next question and my answer, and the next question and my answer. And a lot of learning happens in those sessions. So that isn't even included in your tuition. It's sort of a bonus class that you get every month. Then you get 4 additional Elder Council ceremonies a year. These are quarterly ceremonies where I take you into shamanic journey to meet your spirit guides and your ancestors. And so that's also part of it. Those are 4 2-hour journeys. Then you get 4, something brand new, 4 elemental activation ceremonies this year. That's an additional 8 hours of ceremony I've added into Soul Shift this year at no cost to you. So not only have we not raised the prices, we've added to the curriculum. So when we turn the wheel from winter to spring, I'm doing a 2-hour live ceremony with you. When we turn the wheel from spring to summer, 2-hour live elemental activation. When we turn the wheel from summer to fall, 2-hour live elemental activation every single quarterly turn. Okay? Then you get 2 introductory classes for free before we start. These are coming next weekend. You get a 1-hour class called Intro to Magic, which teaches you everything you need to know before we get started. How to open a circle, how to call the directions, how to use a wand, how to smudge, what the different kinds of smudge are, how to be in a group, how to work with our Facebook community, how to hold space for people in a good way, how to channel energy and what that means. What are the basics of energy work? You get a whole free class on that before we start. Plus, you get a free 1-hour class called Intro to Alchemy, where I'm going to teach you the entire history of alchemy from Egypt to modern day, including all the basics of alchemy and spiritual alchemy, which is what I'm teaching you this year. Okay? Then, if you sign up for Soul Shift before December 31st, you get a free necklace. I had these made for you. Aren't they cool? It's the first time I'm showing it to you. This is free. You just pay for shipping. I think it's like $3 or $4 shipping, depending on where you are, because it's by weight. It is all of the elemental symbols engraved in gold on quartz for you to wear. So that is a little extra gift that you get if you sign up before the end of December. Then you get membership in my 2 private Facebook groups that I personally moderate. Me and Alexis are in our Facebook groups every day. You can ask me anything. You get to know me, I get to know you. Those are the only 2 Facebook groups that I moderate. All of our public groups, I do not moderate. My team moderates those groups. So if you want to get to know me and hang out with me, you have to be in the Soul Shift group and the Crystal Masters group. Then you get exclusive access to products. Sometimes I do things just for Soul Shift and just for Crystal Masters and nobody else gets them. I do member appreciation sales with a big discount that nobody gets access to. You get monthly worksheets, bonus classes, a standing 18% discount to sagegoddess.com. And if you're in Soul Shift this year, you're getting 4 certificates in 2021 at the end of the year. On top of all of that, you're getting certified as an elemental healer by me and by the IPHM in UK. You're getting certified as a crystal healer, level 2. You're getting certified as an alchemist, and you're getting certified as a graduate of the Soul Shift program. So you will have 4 different certificates to hang on your wall, 4 different lines to put on your professional resume. You're an elemental healer, you're an alchemist, you're a graduate of the Soul Shift program, and you're a crystal healer. All of that is less than $1,000 a year. And that's why I'm saying I'm really proud. I don't know of any other online programs that bring all of that to you with live classes where we take notes for you, where it's all recorded, where you have an online classroom with all of your written information. If you print out all the worksheets for the year that I give you, it fills a 3 to 4 inch 3-ring binder. So you're getting a whole book of content on top of the live classes, the Facebook groups, the events, everything else. So Soul Shift is, if you want to do everything, it's Soul Shift. If you want to just become a crystal healer, that's okay too, though. That is a lower financial commitment. Instead of being $90 a month, Crystal Masters is $30 a month. And at the end of the year, instead of getting 4 certificates, you get 1 as a crystal healer. But some people just want crystal healing, and I totally get it. There was a time in my life where I would have done just the crystal healing. I just wanted to have that training. And we have plenty of people in our programs who do crystal healer and not soul shift. So there's no judgment there. It's just, do you want a whole program in spiritual transformation this year, or do you just want to become a crystal healer and focus your learning and your experience? So that's the decision you have to make. I mean, the big decision is, do you want to work with me this year? If the answer is yes, then the next question is, do I want to see her every week? And it's a lot, okay? Or do I want to see her twice a month? Because in Crystal Masters, here's what you get for $30 a month. Are you ready? In Crystal Masters, you get 1 class a month. It's 2 hours. That's our live Crystal Masters session. It's the second Wednesday of every month from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then it's recorded for you if you can't be there live. You also get class notes from Alexis. She takes notes for you. You get 1 hour of live crystal readings with me from my healing tray here in my classroom, or in my crystal room. You get the free 1-hour class called Intro to Magic before we start. You get access to new product launches and sales, membership in our Facebook group, bonus classes that I teach for Crystal Masters, an 18% discount to sagegoddess.com, and you get certified through Sage Goddess and the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine in the UK as a crystal healer. So you get double certification in 2021, and all of that for the year is $300, or if you go month to month, it's $30 a month, or $330 a year. Is that right? No, it's $330 if you use the discount. It's $360 if you don't. Well, thank you for that, Elizabeth. You made my day. I'm a little tired today, so thank you for saying that. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, so the classes are long, and maybe some of my current members are here. They go by really fast, don't they? 2 hours may seem like, holy shit, how am I going to listen to this woman talk for 2 hours? But if some of you are my current members, maybe you can let people know they really do go by fast. And I have a theory about it, because I also have a shop here in Los Angeles, a Sage Goddess shop where my team works. And when you walk into the building, the clock spins different. My employees, like when they first come into to Sage Goddess, they don't always believe it. And then like a month or two in, they're like, I feel like I'm chasing that clock all day long. The classes go by really fast. So don't worry. It's not like, oh, this lady's boring me. Like, I can't do this. It really goes by really fast. I promise it's not boring. I do my best to really keep it exciting and fun for you. Okay. Did I say the day and time of classes? So here's what I'm going to tell you. And again, maybe the pandemic hasn't really affected you that much. And I pray that it hasn't, actually. Some people have not been that affected. Here in LA, we've been radically affected, right? So it's very, very stressful. I decided in 2021 to keep as much about my programs the same as I could. The classes, the fees are not changing. The day and time is not changing. Every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific time, I'm doing live readings. Every Wednesday from 4 to 6 Pacific time, I'm teaching you class. So you can set your clock by me. Every Wednesday, we're doing the thing. So every Wednesday you have new content. Every Wednesday you have new readings if you're in Soul Shift. Every second Wednesday is your Crystal Masters class from 4 to 6 p.m. And then once a month, I do your live readings into Crystal Masters, and that's exclusively for the Crystal Masters community. Yeah, see, Pearl said she hasn't worked since March. A lot of us have had, isn't it an interesting thing? Like, if you talk to different people, they've had a really different experience of what this year's been like. And like I said, my whole world is different, but for a lot of people, it's stayed relatively the same. But I tried to keep it consistent this coming year. Same price, same time. The curriculum's different, but that's because a lot of my members are continuing, and I can't teach the same thing. They'll get really bored. So the curriculum is totally different this year, but the time is the same, the cost is the same, kind of the feel of it is the same. I'm going to be teaching from this room. Class is just like this, by the way. I'm sitting right here. The feed is like this. I teach, I answer questions. I teach, I answer questions. So it's just like this. You're actually getting a taste of what my teaching environment is like. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, so Jeannie, that's a great question. And so let me say this again. Let's say you join programs and you're like super excited. You sign up for the tools. The tools are monthly. There's no annual subscription for that. And you can cancel the tools at any time. So let's say you start in January and you're like, let me at it. And then in March, you're like, I got to cut it back. I want to stay in class, but I can't do the tools. You just cancel your tools. And I did it that way because I, as a student, want flexibility. I don't want to be, committed to getting something every month if I don't know that I can make that commitment. So everything that I teach is flexible, and all of the tools are flexible. And you can go back and forth between Crystal Masters and Soul Shift if you want. You know what I mean? The only thing you have to know is if you want the certificate, you have to do all 12 months. If you don't care about the certificate, then you can do 2 months and enjoy it and have that be it. But if you want to earn your certificates as a crystal healer, as an alchemist, as an elemental healer, as a graduate of Soul Shift, you have to complete the 12 months of study, because it's kind of like getting a bachelor's degree, right? If you don't complete all your classes, then you haven't fulfilled the requirements. But I have a lot of students who don't really care about the certificates. They're just there to learn, and they kind of like to come and go. And so everybody does it their own way. I have lots of students who've been with me for a long time. They've already signed up for the annual option. They want all the tools. They just know what they want. And I have lots of people who are new, who are like, I'm going to dip my toe in, and I'm not sure. So I'm going to try Crystal Masters and the tools and see how I go in January. And what I'm telling you is, I love it. I love that both of those things are possible, because I need flexibility in my own life too. So, thanks you guys. And I really love that so many of my long-term community members are here too. I see you guys, and I'm so thankful that you came. And they can be helpful in answering your questions too, because they just have been around the block a lot. So they're kind of the alums in the program. Yeah, so you totally can, Shanna. So you can go month to month with your classes and month to month with the tools, and cancel at any time. At any time. The only commitment that you could make, okay, says my Sagittarius moon, the only commitment that you can make this year is if you want to sign up for the whole year of classes and get a discount. If you sign up for the whole year of Soul Shift, you save 2 months. You save $180. If you sign up for the whole year of Crystal Masters, you save 1 month. It's $330 instead of $360. So for the people who know they're not going anywhere, that's a nice savings, right? And they get it as a Christmas gift or a Hanukkah gift or whatever. But most people go month to month, and that's great. It works for them. And there are still January kits, so let me explain that too. And I really appreciate it, you guys. And I'm trying to see if there's any questions I can answer in the feed right now. And just keep in mind, Alexis and Kelsey and Claire are also responding to you too. And thank you for that, Karen and Debbie and Nancy and Michelle. Look at that. And Rox is a first-year grad, right? She says it's the best decision ever made ever. I really appreciate that. We had our graduation ceremony for Crystal Masters on Wednesday night. I wore my doctoral robe because I used to be a college professor, and I haven't worn my doctoral robe since I was hooding doctoral students back in 2011, pronouncing them doctor. So I wore it, and it was a very official ceremony, but it was also very emotional to see everybody complete their certificates in a pandemic year. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. 2021, we don't know what it holds, right? It could be weird, it could be great, it could be it's whatever we're gonna co-create together. But I love the idea that during a year when so much is up in the air, that you complete a course of study that can actually transform into a career for you, which this can. I mean, have no doubt. And I will tell you this, people used to think what I did was weird. When I first started, it was weird. There weren't that many people selling crystals online. There weren't a lot of crystal healers. There weren't very many crystal healing programs. Now, it's not weird anymore. I mean, I don't know anybody who thinks what I do is weird. In fact, most people are like, how do I do it? I want to become one. You know what I mean? I'm a Reiki practitioner. I want to add crystal healing. Or I'm a therapist and I want to add crystal healing. Or I'm a, you know, whatever it is, counselor, and I want to add crystal healing. It's not weird anymore. So I actually think we are the next wave of healing on this planet. And you don't really have to explain this to people anymore because they're like, oh, you're a crystal healer. Like, that's pretty cool, right? So I think it's exciting. I don't have anybody anymore in my life who thinks it's weird. And I used to have that. Now people are like, it's actually pretty cool what you do. Now, I will tell you, I try to teach you not just the magic of what I do, but the science behind it. I do have a PhD. I'm trained in the scientific method. I was a doctoral professor for 11 years. And I take science very seriously. And so every time I teach you something, I'm not just going to teach you what, I'm going to teach you why. Why does that work? How does that work? What does the energetic field look like? Right? How do we work with it and manipulate it and change it and shift it? And so I try to not just tell you what something is, but how it works, so that if somebody asks you, you can explain it to them in a way that makes sense to you and is easy for you to describe to them too. That's one of my passions. Yeah. Let me see if there's any other questions really quick. Well, it's true. And I will tell you, it's very hard. I mean, if you add up everything you get in Soul Shift per month, I mean, it's at a minimum, it's 12 hours a month of instruction for $90. It's less than $10 an hour for classes. And like I said, I mean, there's no way. The people I work with, their fees usually start at $150 an hour. And those are energy healers. So there's no way I can bring what I do to you at a lower price. There really isn't. So I don't think so much price is the issue as is this the right program for you? Is this where you want to spend your time this month or this year? Because it is a lot of time. If you're going to finish it, I mean, it's sort of like, it's not quite like university, but it kind of is, because I taught university forever and I teach you guys like you're university students. So it is a time commitment for sure, and you have to look at that. But the nice thing is you can do it whenever you want. Everything's recorded for you and it's archived forever. So if you want to do your classes at midnight on Sundays, you can. And that's when you choose to watch me. If you can't be live, which is totally okay too. Yeah. Are we perfuming this year? A couple of you have asked. Are you ready for the good news? We are. We're perfuming every month. As it stands, your kit comes with a perfume, a liquid perfume, an alcohol-based perfume each month. I just had everything in front of me. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is January's, but it doesn't have a label on it yet, but it's called Smoke, okay? What I've made for your kits this year are called energetic elixirs, and they're insane. So this is what comes with January is called Smoke, because the first phase of alchemy is calcination. And so we're burning through and burning down old structures to try to understand and simplify your life, to get a lay of the land. I wish you were here and you could smell that. It's insane. Now, so you're getting a spray elixir in your kit. There will be an optional set each month. And that's because so many people still want to do perfuming every month. I'm going to do an optional set each month for probably $20. 2 little essential oils and a dram and a label. And before each journey at week 3, if you choose the optional perfume kit each month, then we're going to make perfume. And I'll teach you the oils in that kit and we'll blend them together live. And then each quarter at the elemental activation ceremony, we're also making perfume. So we are making perfume this year 16 times. Isn't that cool? It smells like smoke and sex. So the classes begin in January. So you have until December 31st to sign up. If you want to start with everybody at the same time, as soon as you register, you can, if you're registering for Soul Shift, you can choose to purchase the free amulet. That's on the website right now. It's $0, you just pay shipping. In the US, I think it's $3 or something like that, and that will get shipped to you. I'm going to start wearing mine now that I have mine, and this will connect us across space and time. These are the 4 elemental symbols. This goes away, though, after December 31st. We only have enough of these for people who register before the 31st. Does that make sense? In the perfuming kits, only essential oils, Michelle. It's a great question. And in fact, I've never done anything but essential oils for Soul Shift. And for Aromagic before that in the Holistic Healer program. Yeah, I've never sent like synthetic oils for perfuming. So your perfuming kits are exclusively essential oils. And that's why the cost is ridiculous, because you're getting everything pure. You're getting pure jojoba and then 2 essential oils that I'll teach you about each month, and then we'll blend them live together before our journey. Isn't that fun? Perfuming is a huge passion of mine. So I love knowing that you guys love it too. That's right. Okay. The pendant is only for Soul Shift. That's right. And that's because what the pendant has on it are the 4 elemental symbols. And that's what alchemy is. Alchemy is the process of changing air to fire, changing earth to, it's like changing elemental structures in order to create something new. And so our elemental work is all happening in Soul Shift. And so this is a free gift, but we only are offering it to Soul Shift members because they're the ones doing the alchemy work this year. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have the link for the perfume kit? Not yet, because we haven't listed it yet. We're in the process of formulating it for January right this minute. So we should have that ready for you probably in the next week or so, and we will keep you posted on that too. If you cancel now, how will you get your 2020 certificates from the website? So if you're in programs now and you cancel, you already paid for December, so that means you finished the program, and congratulations. And then in January, there'll be a link for you to go and purchase your certificate. So canceling now means that you still finished your program. And then you just need to finish your classes for 2020 through December, and then you'll get your certificate in January. And the certificates are beautiful. They're all custom designed. Gabriel designed the 4 certificates for this year, and they're beautiful. And each one has different art. Because I like to hang certificates on my wall. I don't know if you like that too, but I like to do that. And so if you hang them all next to each other, each one has different art on it, and so they'll look really different on your wall. And they're all signed by me. Isn't that cool? Debbie, I don't have the oils listed for you, sweetheart, but they are essential oils, and they are aligned to the themes of the class. So if I can ask for your patience just for another week or so, I can get you the details on the oil blending kit, and then I'll be able to offer that to you as well. Yeah, so as soon as you sign up for Soul Shift, you can go to sagegoddess.com and check out with this pendant. And like I said, it's there for you. It's $0. You just pay shipping as soon as you register for Soul Shift. It won't allow you to purchase it unless you're signed in to sagegoddess.com with your Soul Shift account information. So as soon as you register, you'll have your kind of membership card, if you will. It's not really a card, but you'll have your account information, and the system knows if you're signed in as a member or not. And that's what gets you access to all of the behind the scenes on our website. You're so welcome. You only pay once. So let's say you sign up for Crystal Masters today. Let's say you sign up for anything today. Crystal Masters, Soul Shift, whatever it is. You will not get charged anything until January 1st. When you sign up today, you're reserving your spot. And here's what I do need to tell you. Okay. We are concerned that we do not have enough kits for everyone. If you sign up at the end of the month, you'll be behind everybody who's signing up now in line. And it's going to go first come, first serve. We had your tools for January, made months ago. Like these were all hand carved. So this took, like I said, 3 or 4 months to get these here. So we only have as many as we have. We had to kind of guess how many people would sign up and want tools. So if you want to make sure you get tools, you need to sign up as soon as you can. You can always cancel, but let's say you wait to register until December 30th. There'll be room in the classes. I don't cap the classes, but there may not be tools, okay? Now, the opposite could be true too. We may have lots of tools left over. If that's the case, we will list the tools separately and you can sign up for them in January. But the reality is, I don't know if I'm going to have enough or not. Let me show you the Soul Shift tools. Can I show them to you really quickly? Yeah, the deadline's the same, 15th of each month, Dawn. That's exactly right. If you sign up for Soul Shift, yes, you should cancel Crystal Masters. So let's say you're in Crystal Masters now. A lot of people are upgrading from Crystal Masters to Soul Shift because they've been with me long enough. They're really keen on alchemy. I will not be teaching alchemy next year. I'm only teaching alchemy once. I never repeat a curriculum. I've been teaching a long time. I don't repeat anything because my students, a lot of them have been with me for the whole time. And so alchemy will be taught once in 2021 and never again. I will retire it after this year, okay? So let's say you're in Crystal Masters and you're like, I think I want to do the alchemy thing. I think I'm going to upgrade. You should cancel Crystal Masters and sign up for Soul Shift. And then on the 1st of January, you will be charged for Soul Shift, but not Crystal Masters. And you're only charged once a month on the 1st for class, and you're only charged once a month on the 15th for your tools. Does that make sense? So you pay on the 1st for your tuition, only one time. You pay on the 15th for your tools. Okay, now I have a little explaining to do on this. So give me a second. I'm teaching you alchemy, which, as you know, is based on something called the Emerald Tablet. And so I went to my team. Brooklyn, I don't think will ever forgive me. I went to my team last June, I think, and I said, hey, I want to teach alchemy. Do you think we could have an emerald tablet made for the students in leather to keep all their notes in for the year? And yes, you can go back and purchase all of my classes that I've ever taught. So let's say you joined and you're like, you heard that 2020 was really cool. You could go back and pay for and watch all of 2020 if you wanted. And a lot of people do that. You don't have to. Okay. Now, when we first designed it, we put Rainbow Moonstone in the middle. Okay? And it came and I thought it was beautiful. But I said, well, can we change it because in Egypt, there was no Rainbow Moonstone. But there was lapis. Could they make it with lapis? So I just want you to know, yours is going to come with lapis. I just don't have a finalized version yet, okay? But just like this is sewn in here with the moonstone, yours is going to have lapis sewn in, okay? This is leather. It was all handmade, hand stamped. And then when you open it, this is part of your $100 tools, by the way. When you open it, isn't this cool? So this is the flower of life, which is very important in alchemy, and I'll teach you why. There's a pocket to put worksheets and things. There's a pen holder right here. And then there's a 3-ring binder. And then each month, you're going to get stickers for each month's alchemy. This is all calcination. So let it go, simplify, burn, baby, burn, Eye of Horus, all of that, okay? These are stickers. We make these at Sage Goddess, and I love stickers. And then you're going to have an opening page with your art. This is our Soul Shift Alchemize art for the year. So this will be inside your notebook. And then we will be giving you divider pages and worksheets every month that you can hole punch and put in here. So it's stamped on the back with a mandala, stamped on the front, but this will be lapis. And then it's stamped on the inside with flower of life. And this is all real leather, by the way, and real brass hooks. So this is your personal emerald tablet. Isn't that really, really cool? Honestly, I can't believe how amazing it is. And I can't believe that this is only one part of your kit. In addition to this, you get your emerald tablet candle poured with the same ingredients that are in your... Everything is kind of all over the place today. Sorry, bear with me. Your smoke perfume, which we're going to do with it. Oh, here it is. Your smoke perfume. And something brand new. I have made you gemstone infused incense this month. So it comes in a shaker. And this bottle is half herbs and half stone. There's about 4 ounces of carnelian and dragonstone chipstones in this bottle, in addition to all of your herbs for the month. So what's really cool is you light your charcoal or your incense burner and you just shake it. And it has both the energy of the stones and the energy of the herbs, and then I'll teach you all the properties of the herbs. Isn't that cool? Gemstone infused shakers this month. So all of that for $100, which is pretty remarkable. When I first proposed the notebook, I thought the notebook was going to be your only tool. I didn't realize that you would get a $25 incense, a $30 perfume, and a $19 candle in addition to the notebook. So the value of the tools for Soul Shift for January is $130, like conservatively, and you're paying $100. So we're pretty proud of it. But here's what I'm going to tell you. We may not have enough, and we will not be able to make more. If you want the Emerald Tablet tools for January, I really recommend that you sign up for Soul Shift today and sign up for tools. You will not be charged for anything before January 1, but you'll be in line so that you aren't behind people. I mean, today is what's today's date? Is it the 10th? No, it's the 12th, I think, right? I can't remember. I don't even know what day it is today. And I can't even find any of my anything, so you'll have to tell me what day it is today. But if you wait until the end of December, you're going to be behind everybody else in line, and when we start to go through the tools and start shipping them, if we can't provide you tools, we won't charge you. That's the only promise I can make you. You will not be charged if we don't have the tools, but we're going to go in order of registration. So that's why I'm coming live. The whole reason I'm live with you right now is the 11th. If you wait until December 30th, I can promise you we won't have tools. Based on the number of people who are registering already, I can promise you by the end of the month, we will not have tools, the way everything is looking now. So if you want to stay in programs, you should stay. If you want to leave programs, I would recommend canceling programs sooner than later so that people who are coming in, you know what I mean, get sorted, and we know that we have the right number of tools for everybody who's joining. Is it possible to have an alumni group for those who can't afford to stay? Unfortunately, no, because I don't have any staff to moderate it, and I'd have to raise your fees. The only way, Manya, that I've been able to afford not to raise anybody's fees in 2021, which again, may not sound like a big deal, but it's a huge deal because I want to be able to give my team bonuses. I want to be able to do all the things that we need to do. Our cost of operations have gone up by 30% in 2020 because of the pandemic. Everything is more expensive. Shipping has gone up. So the only reason I can afford to do that is because we're not adding anything else. So if I add another group, I then have to hire someone to moderate that group, and I would have to raise the price of classes. But what you can do is join Gem Haven, Full Moon Ritualist group, Perfumery, some of our public groups, where a lot of our community members are still in those groups, and you can participate there. That's the best I can offer to you. Or what I recommend is join Crystal Masters. You know, if you really want to be in the community and interacting with me and interacting with Alexis, $1 a day is the most affordable we can make it to stay in one of our membership groups. So that's another option for you. If you guys want to form your own group, you certainly can. I won't be able to participate in it, and I can't have my team moderate it, but that doesn't mean you guys couldn't form a group. And there are actually groups from other years that have formed. I don't know too much about them because I only have time to participate in my 2 groups, so people can certainly go and do that. But in terms of me, if you want to interact with me and learn from me, the only place I engage are the 2 community groups that we have formed for Crystal Masters and Soul Shift. Yeah. Perfumery is great. So if you're just looking for a free, fun place to engage, that isn't my membership groups. You know, that isn't what we're talking about in this particular live. But there are plenty of communities, the Perfumery, Full Moon Ritualist, Gem Haven, where you can go and just engage with people of like mind and learn in those environments too, for sure. And I still do free full moon ritual every month, free new moon ritual every month. I do cosmic comfort for free every month. I do high holiday ceremonies. We're doing Yule for free this month. So I do about 3 to 4 hours of free public ritual every month, in addition to these groups too. So yeah, so if you're in Soul Shift, yeah, you get to meet Alexis. If you're not in the groups yet, Alexis goes live from time to time in our Facebook groups, which is really sweet. So you get to meet her, and she's there every single day. Yeah. The Facebook groups, I'll tell you, from my perspective, are one of the biggest benefits of membership. Because you're in those Facebook groups, it is private and intimate. I'm there teaching, Alexis is there teaching, we're answering your questions, we're doing gemstone ID. What's this stone I have? I don't know what it is. It's one of the biggest benefits of membership. And when I was breaking down the cost for you, I didn't even include that in there. But to have one-on-one access to me and one-on-one access to Alexis, from my perspective, is really priceless. And if you tag us, we respond directly to you. And we don't do that anywhere else. So that's why we have to really reserve that for members, because it's a unique benefit to be able to interact with us live and also to be able to meet the people who are in the community too. And so if you sign up today, you'll be in those Facebook groups January 1st. You'll get a notification, you'll start seeing them in your feed. We'll get to welcome you and congratulate you and celebrate having you in the new space. Yeah, the public groups do get a little wild sometimes. That's not why I'm not in them too. Energetically, it's too much for me, but I leave them because our community enjoys them, and I have my team moderate them. But for my energy, because my time is so limited, I really want to make sure that my students get all of that time. So I'm in our Facebook groups about 20 hours a week, which is a lot. I'm in our Facebook groups almost 7 days a week. Alexis is too. She's there 6 days a week. So you really get a lot of mentoring and tutoring and close contact with us in those Facebook groups that I think is a really special benefit of the community too. How do I keep up with all my students? I'll be candid with you. I work 7 days a week. I really do. But I don't consider what I do work. I love what I do. I'm passionate about crystals. I'm passionate about spiritual transformation. I'm passionate about, students this year in our programs completely changed their lives. They changed their weight. They changed the way they, their happiness. They changed their prosperity. People have gone from not knowing how to pay for class to building entire businesses for themselves, coaching and developing new products and leading people and providing their own online services and taking what they're learning from class and building a dream of their own. And watching people do that is my greatest source of joy and fulfillment. So I work very hard. I really do work 7 days a week. Sometimes I'm up at 2 a.m. responding to things on Facebook or answering questions. And it may seem crazy, but I really do love what I do. I don't consider it a job. This is my passion. And for the time that I do teach, I'm almost 50. I imagine I'll teach for another 5 or 10 years before I stop. And So every day is precious to me because, you know, I'm hoping I have another decade to do this, and then we'll see where retirement takes me. I'm hoping to, at that point, maybe do some retreats or some in-person work with people. So for now, I just get to enjoy the process of watching people step into their power and their authenticity. And I try to inspire you because I've walked this exact path, and it's led me somewhere magical, and it will lead you somewhere magical too. I really believe that to be true. So Tina, the shipping for tools depends on the weight and where you live. So I don't know off the top of my head, but it is based on weight and where you are. So I don't know if that helps you to kind of calculate. Well, I do sleep. I do sleep. I will tell you something. A lot of you know this, but some of you are new, so maybe you don't. I was diagnosed with MS. It's going on 11 years ago. And at the time, I was not in good health. My health, since I started Sage Goddess, which will be 10 years old next year, 2021 is Sage Goddess's 10-year anniversary. I've been teaching classes for 10 years. I've had my online shop for 10 years. I've never been in better health. It's really true. I just had my annual checkup in my labs and met with my doctor for my whole annual checkup, and she was like, I don't know what you're doing, but you should keep doing it. You're in perfect health. And I've never been happier or felt more fulfilled. So, but here's the secret, I think. I think if what you do feels like work, then you have to take time away from it. Do you know what I mean? I think if what you're doing feels like it's your soul's calling and its mission and purpose, then I think it becomes integrated as part of your life, and it isn't like work. Do you know what I mean? But that's the only answer I have for you. But every year I've done this work, my health has improved. And I'm proud to say I'm in remission from 3 very serious autoimmune diseases: Graves' disease, Crohn's disease, and MS. So if I can do it, you can do it. That's the number one message. I don't have any secrets. You know what I mean? I really don't. Other than I believe energy work is real. And I'm very transparent. I will teach you everything I know. I will teach you what's worked for me. And you can decide if it works for you too. But I truly, my life is so full. I'm really lucky I work with my husband who helps me and supports me. A lot of you probably know that too. And I integrate what I do with my family. We have plenty of family time. Tonight is our second night of Hanukkah, so at sundown we will light our second candle and have family time. So I do have boundaries around my time, but I am present to my students when they need me at almost any hour, and that's because I care as much as I do. I take this work really seriously. Yeah. Aw, thank you for that, Missy. That really means so much to me. She said, you've been one of the women that's inspired me to get my butt in gear and have your own business. You should have something that's just yours. You should. Everybody should. You should, and if you do Soul Shift this year, I promise you this. You will know what your soul's calling is and how to answer it. What you do with that information is up to you. But by the end of 2021, you will understand why you're here on this planet. And I will guide you toward that. Remember, I was a coach long before I opened Sage Goddess. I was a guide and a mentor and a leadership professor. And so I have not just metaphysical woo-woo stuff to teach you, but I'm also an expert in how to discern what your special gifts are and how to bring them forward to people who need them. So, you know, I double as a business coach, and I double as a spiritual coach, and I double as a personal development expert, because that's my background and expertise. And so I combine all of that here for you to make it fun and interesting. But at the end of the year, you're going to know why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. And then it'll be up to you to answer the call and make it happen. And then you'll have me to support you and cheerlead you the whole rest of the way. I've always said this, and I will tell you it's true. I wished I had someone like this in my life. I still don't have a teacher quite like this. My favorite teachers, they don't have Facebook groups. They charge 2 to 5 times the amount I do, and they don't work more than a day or two a week, so I can't reach them outside of my time with them. I've always wanted somebody who was accessible, relatable, funny, didn't make it all so serious, was affordable, committed. I still don't have what I'm offering you in a teacher in my own life. But my goal has been to bring to you what I've always wanted to have. Somebody flexible who's like, you don't have to be locked in. You know what I mean? You go at your own pace. I don't have that. So I've tried to create the program that I've always wanted to have. And that's what Soul Shift and Crystal Masters are to me. They're the program I wish I had that I've never been able to find. I've found bits and pieces of it in different places, but never the whole thing. So I bring it to you with a lot of love, but also because I wish I had it. Maybe I'll have it one day. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. So if you're ready, and I'm going to push you sometimes. I'm going to challenge you sometimes. Go further than that. Go beyond that. That's too easy. What's behind that? This year, we're going to look at your family tree and your lineage. We're going to look at what star system you came from. Are you Pleiadian? Are you Arcturian? Were you in Lemuria or were you in Atlantis? We're going to answer all those questions in January, out the gate. And then in Crystal Masters in January, we're going to release all the baggage of 2020 in ceremony, and we're going to set 5 intentions for 2021. This is all happening before January 30th, 2021. This is the next 6 weeks of your life, 7 weeks. So we're going to hit the ground running, and I'm not messing around. So if you want something slow and easy, that's not what this is. that is not what this is. This is, hi, it's nice to meet you. Boom, 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 boom. Who are you? Where'd you come from? What's your material lineage? What's your soul lineage? What are you gonna release from 2020? And how are we gonna release it? And what are we calling in for 2021? And what do you want to create this year? So you should rest before January 1st, because then your double fire sign teacher is gonna come in, and I'm rolling with fire. And we're gonna turn some shit around before you even hit Valentine's Day. And I'm telling you this because, again, it's as important for you to know what this class is as for you to know what this class isn't. This isn't like, 2021 is not chill time. 2021 is, what are you going to do? You going to wait? Is there a better year than this year? If 2020 has taught me anything, it's that you don't wait now. Waiting was so 2019. This is go time, and everybody around you, and here's the other thing I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to focus on your questions. When you do these programs, what I have noticed is, do you know how many thank you notes I get from partners? Do you know how many thank you notes I get from adult children whose parents are in the program? I get a lot. I get a lot of notes from partners of members. Hey, I'm reaching out. She doesn't know I'm reaching out. He doesn't know I'm reaching out. But wow, our relationship changed this year because they're showing up in a whole new way. And I don't even know how to thank you for that. And that's part of my intention, because when you heal, everybody around you heals. And you do it for yourself, and you do it for your ancestors, and you do it for the next generations ahead, so your kids don't have to figure this out, so your future ancestors don't have to figure this out. When you get better, everybody gets better. And you age differently. Your health is different. I promise you. But am I going to work you? I'm going to work you. This isn't going to be a chill pill this year. We are going to hit the ground running. Yeah. I'm about to light you on fire. That's really true. But again, I mean, listen, you have this life. And I mean this sincerely. Even if Sage Goddess, Soul Shift, Crystal Masters, you're like, blah, 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 bye. I hope you decide to do this somewhere with someone. Because you're here for this. You're here to change and grow and adapt and get better and get healthier and get stronger and let go of pain and let go of grief and let go of sorrow and let go of rage and let go of resentment and become softer and lighter. And that's how you create prosperity and flow and ease in your life. And you're here for this. So whether you learn it with me this year or with somebody else, I just want you to do it. Because if you do it, whether it's with me or anybody else, the whole planet benefits. We're all connected. It's a quantum relationship that we share. What you do affects me. What I do affects you. So if you do this work, whether it's with me or anybody else, we all heal. We all benefit from it. Yeah, Debbie's asking to see the tablet again. The tablet. We are dealing with the physical body this year, and we haven't really before. You know what I'm teaching you this year? I think it's February. I'm really excited about it. I'm teaching you how to expand your 5 senses. Sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing. Because we don't use them. We use maybe 20-30% of our senses. So, and I've never really focused on the senses before. I'm going back to the Vedas and the ancient Hindu text to teach you how to use your speech. You manifest through your senses. There's a lot of things this year in the curriculum that are really exciting to me because I've never done it before. So this is the tablet. Again, pretend this is lapis, because it is in the real version. This is the exact stone that will be on there. They also made it bigger because I was like, that's not big enough. So they made it bigger. And then it unhooks. And then it has the flower of life embossed in the leather, and then it has the pocket. Because I like to slide things in, like some of my notes and things like that. I like to keep that there, or pieces of art. And then all of your notes for each month. And even the worksheets, like, you know, the new moon and full moon worksheets that we give you, you can hole punch those and put those in there too. So that's your emerald tablet. And then on the front and the back, this is called a peacock mandala for protection, by the way. I chose that. I thought a symbol of protection would be really beautiful for you in your notebook. So that peacock protection mandala is on the front and on the back. It's a secret book. I mean, can you imagine? And just think about this too. I think about these things. I always joke that my kids are going to have like the weirdest big garage sale one day when I'm gone, because of all my weird shit that I've collected over the years. Like, anybody want mom's weird stuff? This hopefully won't be in the garage sale. But can you imagine at the end of the year, this is going to be stuffed, by the way. I mean, this is going to be jam-packed by the end of the year. And at the end of the year, you have this. And all of your learning, all of your notes, all of your worksheets, everything in one place. And then this will sit on the shelf, right? And every time you want to pull it down, and you'll have a really beautiful way of storing a year's worth of growth and wisdom, which is really powerful. This is for Soul Shift. Crystal Masters has a bronzite star as your tool. So your tools are $30 a month. I wish I could do that notebook for $30 a month. Not possible. But Crystal Masters is getting a bronzite star, which we are going to work with in meditation. I'm going to teach you about the pentagram. This is actually the human body. I'm sure you realize that. Head, arms, and legs. And so I'm going to teach you how the star divides and how you need to set intentions. 2 earthing intentions and 3 star-based intentions. 3 star-based intentions, 2 earth-based intentions. So we're doing the whole thing like that in Crystal Masters in Jan. Okay. Let me go back to your questions. It's going to be jam-packed, Janine, because when my team and I and when our members have printed out the worksheets this year, it's like 3 to 4 inches. So that thing is going to be a little bit overflowing. I know, aren't they cool? It's go time. That's right. So the elemental quartz charm, when you sign up for programs and log into sagegoddess.com, you become logged in as a member. And when you're a member, you can see different things that other people can't see on the website. We have some secret things. And so one of them is this. You can only find this on the website when you are logged in as a Soul Shift member, and it's free. You just pay shipping. It wasn't free for me. But I'm making it free for you. I wanted you to have something that you could start wearing. So this will come to you. These just arrived at Sage Goddess, so these are going to start shipping out next week. And you can wear it for the whole year if you want. These are the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water. that we work with for manifestation and alchemy. Isn't that cool? So that's what it looks like. And you can wear it with the engraving towards you or the engraving away from you, but that's what it looks like. So yeah, so as soon as you're logged in as a member on sagegoddess.com, you can purchase that. You're going to wear it as a choker. I like that. I always wear the same chains. I never take my chains off. So I'm going to wear mine just a little bit lower, probably at like 24 inches. Yeah, unfortunately, sales tax isn't a Sage Goddess thing. It's governed by your state, and we get in trouble if we don't charge it. So if you live in a state with sales tax, you'll have to pay sales tax. Yeah, do you know, I have a staff member, and about 20% of her time is just doing sales tax for the different states in the U.S., because every state has different sales tax. It actually takes about 20% of a full-time staff member just to navigate sales tax. It's so insane. So I wish you didn't have to pay sales tax, but that's not a Sage Goddess thing. That's a state thing. Yeah. So here's what you need to know. If you're already in programs and you're not changing anything, you have nothing to do. Your membership will continue. The only thing you have to do if you want to change is, let's say you've been going monthly and you want to change to annual, because you save almost $200 when you buy the year up front for Soul Shift. It's a big savings. I mean, I don't know about you, but $200 for me is a lot of money. So if you sign up for the whole year of Soul Shift, you save $180. So a lot of people are going from monthly to annual because they've like, you know what, I've seen her in action. I know I want to do this, and I'd really like to save some bucks this year. And so if you sign up for the annual, if you change from monthly to annual, you save $180. But if you want to stay monthly and you're already monthly, everything just continues because the prices are not going up. So hopefully that's helpful. Oh my God, sales tax is like complicated. Not my favorite thing to focus on. Sydney says, sales tax is my life. God bless you. Thankful for you. It's true. Let's see. Oh, and that's excited. Oh, I know. 2021 probably will not be the year for in-person at SG. Probably 2022. Do you know it has taken us, we've been under construction at SG on our new building since January, and it is not complete yet. So it takes about a year to design a new space, and we are not starting construction on our public space at SG until probably this time next year. The pandemic has to be completely over with because we don't want to build anything twice. So we had all the plans drawn up, and then the pandemic struck, and we just pressed pause on everything. So I'm going to be working from home most likely until June. And I think Sage Goddess will probably, I hope, open to the public in January of 2022. That's my hope, but it just depends. We're not going to start construction until the pandemic is over. And so whenever that happens is when we will start construction, and it'll probably be 9 to 12 months after that time when we'll be open to the public again. Isn't it crazy how things change? We were hoping to be open to the public now, but the pandemic certainly put the brakes on that. So I know, I can't wait to hug you too. I look forward to that time. It's true. Well, the pandemic has put delays on everything. The price of steel has gone up about 4 to 6 times too. So most countries that do service construction are either closed or experiencing great difficulties. So please keep praying. Even if you've had an easy time through this pandemic, a lot of people in the world have not. And a lot of industries have been very hard hit, and everything's delayed. So it's a whole new world. I know. Okay, so Joanne says, I will sign up for Soul Shift. Can I order my tools and pendant and cancel CM? You can do all that right in your account page. Yeah, it's super easy. So in your account, you can go in, cancel Crystal Masters, sign up for Soul Shift, and then go and buy your pendant. If you're already a member, you can do all of this under my account on sagegoddess.com. Super easy. Yeah. Have I posted the second half of my book in CM? Oh, the video? I think Claire and Alexis have it. It was processing today. Alexis, can you check and make sure you guys have the video of me opening the second half of the book? Dave and I sent it to you guys this morning, but I didn't hear back from you, so just make sure that you guys have gotten that, and then I'm sure as soon as they get it, they'll post it for you. It's like a 9-minute video. I took my time. My Crystal Master students made an incredible gift of a book with their arts and letters and everything. It was so incredible, so stay tuned. If it's not ready, it's processing in YouTube is what's going on. Yeah, Stephanie's like, I don't even like to hug, and I'm ready to hug people. I'm a hugger. So this year has been really hard. If you don't like to hug when we meet, just tell me that, and I will respect your boundaries. But otherwise, I'm going to give you the full body treatment. I'm a hugger. I am. Let's see. New Nurse RN says, I'm relatively new to the group. Thanks for being here. And her name is Krista. Well, welcome, Krista. We love our nurses here at SG. You know, it's really interesting. We have a lot of nurses in our community. Relatively speaking, a lot of RNs, and every time I'm in the hospital or I go for my monthly MS infusion, the nurses always know what SG is. If there's a new nurse, they're always like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I own Sage Goddess. And they're like, you own Sage Goddess? And then we spend my whole infusion, well, tell me more about that essential oil. Wait, I want to know what bronzite's for. So we end up chit-chatting. And nurses are the frontline healers of the world, you know, so it's always cute to connect with our nurses. I have so much love and respect for you guys, and holy what you've been through this year. Thank you. Just know we pray for your health and your well-being every single day. We're so thankful for you. You're not a hugger, Sylvia? It's okay. Just tell me that. Just be like, listen, Athena, I feel you, but don't touch me, and I won't. I will honor your boundary. That's right. And see, Leah Owl's a nurse too. I just have so much love and respect for our nursing community. It's a big deal. And Debbie's a retired nurse. Look at that. We have a lot in our community. It's really cool. So Alexis, will you post the link for the amulet? Pamela Scott says she's having trouble finding it. Thank you. Becca said she would accept a hug from me, and she's not a hugger, which means it makes it, you know, that's a big deal. Stephen proposed to Alexis, which I love that. I think polygamy is illegal. Otherwise, I would offer to marry you too, Stephen. I love you guys so much. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's really true. We're so grateful to you. No way. You have huckleberry wine? What is even happening here? Christiana said, if I want to send you your huckleberry wine, do I send it to SG with Athena on it? Yes, and thank you. And by the way, I will pay you in crystals. I loved it so much. I wanted blackberry pie, and I can't grow blackberries. I grow a lot of things. I'm a gardener. I come from farmers. So I just love having my hands in dirt, but you can't grow great blackberries in California. They don't taste like they do in the South or on the East Coast. So I put the word out there that I really wanted blackberry pie. I was just craving it, and 2 of our community members sent me blackberry pie filling, and I paid them in crystals for that. I thought that was a very convenient trade. I was very grateful. How do you order the star for Crystal Masters? So let me tell you the deal, okay? What did you guys say today was the 11th? I think it's the 11th of December, right? You have until the 14th at midnight to sign up for Tools for January, which means you have, is that 3 days to sign up for the star for Crystal Masters, and you have 3 days if you want the Soul Shift tools, which is the binder, the perfume, the incense, and the candle. Okay. After that, if we have any left, we will put them in the shop at the end of the month. I don't think, based on the numbers, we will have any left. And in fact, like I said, I am worried that we won't have enough for people who sign up before the 15th. If you're an existing member who's already signed up for tools, you're going to get the first tools. If you're a new member who signs up early, you're going to get the next layer of tools. So you have until the 14th at midnight to sign up for Crystal Masters tools or for Soul Shift tools. And Alexis just posted the Crystal Masters tools link and the Soul Shift tools link. Do you see it? But I can't guarantee there'll be enough. So the sooner you sign up, you get in line, right? And again, you won't be charged anything till Jan 1. Nothing. You won't be charged for programs. You won't be charged for tools. You won't be charged for I don't have anything else to charge you for. But if I did, you wouldn't be charged for that either until January 1. So you're just reserving your spot tonight, and you can cancel. So let's say you're sitting here and you're like, I love this. This lady's weird, but I'm into it. I signed up for her classes, signed up for the tools, and let's say on December 31st, you're like, I changed my mind. You could cancel. What you can't do is make up your mind then, because there may not be tools. And after the 14th of December, your chance to sign up for tools goes away. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm here live today, to give you a couple days to think about it, to present everything to you. But the sooner you sign up for tools, the better chance you have of actually getting one, because we cannot have these tools remade. They both took about 4 months. The notebooks were all custom made. The stars were custom made. We only have enough perfume ingredients. Like we based the numbers on last year. We kind of had to guess how many people would want tools, as you can imagine. And I don't know if we guessed right or not. So your tools will ship after the 1st of January, probably January 1st or 2nd. And you'll have them in time for your first class. Selena, well, hopefully if you want to, you'll be able to. Like I said, I kept all the prices the same this year. So Crystal Masters, $1 a day to become a crystal healer, certified through Sage Goddess and the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine. We are double certified this year, 2021, which is very exciting. So all of your certificates will have not only my signature, but also the seal of the IPHM. And then Soul Shift, same thing. We have not raised the prices. $90 a month for 8 sessions a month, plus Elder Council, plus the seasonal activation ceremony, plus your Facebook group, plus, and all the bonus classes that I teach, which I end up teaching about 6 different bonus classes a year that you also get access to as part of your membership. So all of that is included. And we are ready for you. So, so you have to sign up by midnight on the 14th, Lady Shoki, and then you're charged on the 15th. But you can't sign up on the 15th. Okay, because you get charged first thing on the 15th in the morning. So that's why you have to sign up by midnight on the 14th. Does that make sense? And so each month, if you want to sign up for tools, you have to do it on the 14th. And if you want to cancel your tools, you have to cancel on the 14th. And that way you don't get charged on the 15th. Does that make sense? I know it can be confusing. Yeah, so please, and it's okay to ask me the same question multiple times. Maybe I can describe it in a different way, because I know it can be confusing. How is my butt not numb? I don't know. I sit cross-legged. Maybe that's the secret. I don't know. Let's see. I think, do the tools charge on the 15th or on the 1st, Alexis and Claire? My understanding, Clara, or is it Clara or Clara Garza? She said, Athena, you said you won't be charged for the tools until the 1st, but so I believe you are charged on the 15th for tools, which is why I was just saying you have to sign up by midnight on the 14th. And the 1st, you are charged for tuition. That's my understanding of how it happens. So on the 1st, your class fees come out of your account, right? On the 15th, your tool fees come out of your account. Because remember, you have to sign up by the 14th at midnight. Does that make sense? Yeah, I just want to make sure, because Clara was asking, and I just want to make sure I answered that clearly for you. No, Vanya, IPHM is not retroactive. We spent this whole year getting certified by IPHM, by the way. I had to submit my transcripts and my PhD diploma and my curriculum and my learning objectives. It was insane. I used to be an accreditor for colleges and universities, and I never thought I would be accrediting my own curriculum, but it is not retroactive. So it is for 2021 going forward for IPHM. But that's why I'm so proud. We're not changing the fees or anything this year. You're getting more than you're ever getting. We added 4 incredible new ceremonies a year, and we got certified, and we still didn't change the tuition. And that's because it's a pandemic, and we want you to be able to afford to do this if you're feeling called to it. Yeah. So let's talk briefly about monthly topics. I can't give you too many specifics because I'm still finishing the curriculum and I make changes. So this is just the high level. Yeah, they're a big deal, IPHM. I'm very, very, very proud of it. But man, they made us work for it. Okay, are you ready? Okay. In Crystal Masters, in January, with the Bronzite Star, we are clearing the past and setting 5 sacred intentions for 2021, which is a 5-year. The top 3 points of the star will be intentions to connect with your star lineage and star beings. The bottom 2 points of the star are to ground you and set intentions for your material experience on Earth in 2021. In February, we are working with Shungite, and we are releasing obstacles to love. We are talking about soulmates, love, and the twin flame, clearing all past heartaches to make way for new love and the manifestation of desire. This is Crystal Masters. In March, I've had queen rings made for you. For $30, you are getting a sterling silver, so beautiful, with gold overlay ring. It's adjustable, and it's a lapis pyramid, which is the symbol of alchemy. And so we are doing a spiritual reboot and spring cleaning, and we are calling upon the energy of the queen to resonate with sovereignty in our life, to learn how to embody our inner king and queen in March. In April, I'm having double terminated orgonite wands made with you, or for you, that include what are called the Nava Ratna. I'm teaching you Vedic or Eastern astrology in April. This will be a wand that you can use to send and receive the energy of these 9 precious stones that are thought to bring good luck, prosperity, and success to those who have them. In May, I am having 5-sided pentagonal citrine pyramids made for you with Lakshmi engraved on the bottom. May is the month of prosperity. We're going to be manifesting wealth in May using this brand new tool that we designed and that we're having carved for you. And then in June, our focus is happiness and joy. And in July, our focus is on sensuality, embodiment, and sex. And that's as far as I can take you in Crystal Masters right now. Okay, in Soul Shift, it's fun. It's going to be so different from 2022. In Soul Shift in January, our theme is calcination and simplification. That is the first stage of alchemy. We're going back to basics. Who are you? Where did you come from? And who have you always been? I'm going to trace your material lineage and your star lineage. We're going to do a dual family tree so that you understand where you were when you first came to this planet and how your current family of origin defines who you are today. We're going to understand who you are separate from your friends and family and your community. We're going to try to really crystallize your pure essence, separate from your past, separate from your titles. You know, who are you if you're not mom and wife and sister and teacher, and who are you separate from all of that? So calcination is the process of really taking you down to the core of who you are. In February, we continue with that theme of calcination, but in February, we're focusing on your relationship with your higher self. I'm going to teach you what the higher self is, which is going to be a really interesting conversation. We've never focused on the higher self in my classes, so I'm very excited for this. In February, we're going to find out what are your blind spots and how are you sabotaging yourself? What's interfering with your growth? Why do you find yourself in the same patterns every year? And how do we break those patterns? What are the unconscious beliefs that are driving some of your actions, and how can we overcome them? We're going to really start to understand who you are and where you came from, but beyond that this month, we're going to start to understand what you need to cut away in order to become more aligned with your true self. And then in March, and one of the ways we're going to do this in February and March is through all of this work with the senses, expanding physical sight, expanding taste, expanding touch. I'm going to teach you some really kind of mind-blowing things, like how to do astral projection, but through touch. We're going to talk about psychometry, how to touch an object and feel into its own energetic field. So I'm going to be teaching you some new tools in divination this month too. In March as well, we're going to be exploring the 12 dimensions of conscious awareness, the 12 aspects of you, and how to wake each one of your 12 selves up so that we can identify them and integrate them. This will include multidimensional healing and how to collect healing energy from the various timelines that you're living simultaneously. How does this sound so far? So anyway, that's kind of as far as I can take you without getting too much more into the nuts and bolts. That is the high level, at least of the first 3 months in Soul Shift and the first 6 months or so in Crystal Masters. You ready to go for a ride? But I promise I will keep it clear, accessible. You know, I'm not going to make this super overwhelming, but I am going to challenge you. Sorry, I just don't want to make sure you can see me. I am going to challenge you, though. So I'm going to keep it accessible, but I don't want it to be so easy that you take it for granted. I want you to be able to still feel challenged. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I have to keep my hand up so you can see me. Let's see. So it looks like Karen Carly has a question. Keep in mind Alexis is also answering questions, and so is Kelsey. So be on the lookout for Sage Goddess in the feed. Are you guys still there, Team SG? It looks like you guys are. Let's see. It is next level for sure. Can we do February now? EA, right now, I'm not posting super big details about the curriculum right now into the classroom, but I will as soon as I can. I'm giving you kind of the high level information that I think you need in order to decide if the program is right for you or not, and then as more information is ready for the group, I will put it up there for you. Yeah, let's see. Someone said that Karen Carly had a question. I just want to make sure I got to it. Cynthia says, I've been trying to find class tools since CM had that special code. Can't find it. Alexis, Cynthia is looking for the class tools section. Can you just post a quick link for her so that she can find that? She's saying she's not able to find that. Yeah, well, keep in mind, that's why some people are doing the annual option and they're using PayPal credits. They don't have to pay for it all up front. I've done that with some of the programs I take, and it really does make it easier. Yeah. Yeah, classes are live, Justine, but they're all recorded. So if you have to miss a class for any reason, you have the recording permanently. My students from 9.5 years ago still log in, because I can see when people log in. They still log in and watch the classes from almost a decade ago, which I have to tell you, really makes my day. It's amazing that they still go back and watch those early classes. So you have your content for the rest of your life. Yeah, we host it forever for you. You betcha. Let's see if there's anything else. If we have all the stones but not the oils, can we order just what we need? Unfortunately, Julie, it's hard for us to manage the inventory, so we only order tools for the number of kits that are ordered. Sometimes we have extra bits and pieces left over, but most of the time we don't. So unfortunately, the only thing that's going to be separate are the perfuming kits. So let's say you don't want to buy your $100 set of tools. You don't want the notebook and all of that because you have a notebook already that you like or whatever. There will be the perfuming kits that will be separate from the monthly tools, and you can buy just that. So the answer is yes and no. Some tools will be available separately and some will not. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. I'm excited for all of us too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, and Cindy Clark, remember, it's not like Soul Shift is your only option. So if you're concerned about cost, but you still want to learn, Crystal Masters is a third of the cost of Soul Shift. Crystal Masters, like I said, is $30 a month. It's $1 a day. It's the most affordable program I teach, and it's the most affordable this year that it will ever be. So if you want to continue to learn with me, but Soul Shift is too much, either in terms of the content or the cost, Crystal Masters is a nice and affordable way to be able to continue on in programs and get the close contact and learning without the big commitment of Soul Shift. So that's one thing to consider too. All right, you guys. So Alexa says the link to the free pendant, this one right here, was emailed to all current members and is then emailed to anyone who signs up. Okay, so keep an eye on your email and look at your spam folder because that's where the link is sitting for this. Yeah, no, unfortunately the kits are shipped separately. Again, you know, I wish sometimes that we were not as small as we are, because we probably could do fancy things like that, like combining kits and shipping and stuff, but we're still kind of a small organization and we do everything manually. So if you order Crystal Masters and Soul Shift, they still get shipped as separate kits, because sometimes we get them in at different times, they ship on a different day. It would take a lot more time and coordination to put them together that we just can't do, but I wish we could. Maybe in the future we'll be able to do that for you. Hopefully, Heidi, this coming week, the perfuming kit will be available for pre-order. And I'll have Alexis check with Brooklyn and see when that kit will be available too. Yeah, and everything, like I said, can be month to month. You don't have to sign up for a year in advance. The people who are signing up for a year in advance, most of them are people who've known me for a decade now and are like, just give me the thing and give me a discount. But people who are new and a lot of other people do month to month. So don't feel any pressure to do the annual option. Yeah. No, the perfuming kit will be available as a listing on the website. Unfortunately, we don't have kits that are automated. Again, that goes back to like, we're just too small to do that right now, but maybe in the future we'll have an automated thing for it. You betcha. Yeah, so stay tuned. Rochelle and Alexis and I will get that information back to you as quickly as we can. Now, the perfuming kit, because I want to keep it super affordable, is going to be very small and small bottles. I didn't want to do anything too elaborate because I want people to be able to afford it. You know, I may start bringing in some pretty perfume bottles and stuff on the side if you want things like that. But my goal with the kits is to try to bring you as much as I can at the lowest price. So especially with the perfuming kits, because some people are going to want the Soul Shift tools and the Crystal Masters tools and the perfuming kit. And I don't want them to spend an exorbitant amount of money. So I'm trying to keep that as affordable as I possibly can. Yeah, and we'll keep you posted, Dawn, because the perfuming kits will be limited. We won't have enough of those for everybody. So that'll be first come, first serve, and we'll let you know. So that's why it's important to register, because that way you'll get the email saying, ding, 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 the perfuming kits are live. And Alexis, will you help me make sure that an email goes out once the perfuming kits are on sagegoddess.com, that we send out an email that morning to everybody who's registered, because I don't want you guys to miss out on it if you want it. Yeah, so everything's recorded. Alexis takes notes. I mean, honestly, we try to make it as easy and affordable as we can, and so it really comes down to, is this the right program for you or not? And only you can make that decision. So, but I hope that if you do feel called, that you're able to join. There's a lot of online classes out there and all kinds of things. I'm signed up right now for 2 yoga programs. I'm working with 3 energy healers. What else am I signed up for? I signed up for a online class. I'm not going to say whose it was, and I did leave it. I wasn't getting enough out of it. So I did cancel my membership this month. Yeah, I've got the two yoga classes, a belly dance program online, and I'm signed up for 3 energy work programs. Those are the 3 online programs that I'm in, and you know, they're good. But like I said, my goal is always to try to give you as much as I can. You know, I know I'm not all things to all people, but I try to do as much as I can to bring you a holistic experience. So I'm looking forward to learning with you. I don't know what they're going to be called. The perfuming kits? I don't know. Something magical and awesome. Yeah, I do belly dancing. You may not know that. We had a retreat actually for Soul Shift 2 years ago, and I hired a belly dance instructor to come in. She's my belly dance instructor when I can do in-person classes, and she's amazing. So I actually got to do belly dancing live with 100 of you 2 years ago with my personal belly dance instructor. But yeah, I've been taking belly dance classes for about 5 years now, and I just love it. It's really good. Keeps your core strong. It's so good. All right, you guys. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming tonight, and to those of you who are already in programs who really, I think, came here as a source of mentoring and to answer questions. I want to say I love you. I'm super thankful that you are here as mentors and wise ones and alumni and graduates, and I'm very, very proud of you. Now, I think I'm going to leave belly dance teaching to the experts. So if you missed anything, like Angel missed the perfuming discussion, I do recommend going back and watching from the beginning. There's a lot of information here. And as we get more information, we will certainly pass that information along to you too. But yeah. And again, Shauna, you can come and go anytime. If you sign up for Soul Shift and you need to cancel, you can cancel. But I would say if only sign up for the annual option if you really feel like you're going to do the whole year. I think that's important. If you want the flexibility to come and go, I would do the monthly option. Just my personal recommendation for you. All right, you guys, enjoy. It's been a pleasure spending the afternoon with you. Thank you, Team SG, for moderating this conversation too. Really appreciate you. And we'll be back with more for you soon. Have a great weekend. And once again, you have until the 14th at midnight to sign up for your tools. If you know you want the tools, you should sign up tonight. Alexis, will you pop the link in one more time just so they have it directly where to go for tools? Because you're getting in line and we may not have enough tools for everybody. I am very concerned. And so you won't be charged if we don't have them for you, but that's still a bummer. So the earlier you get in line to get your tools, the more likely it is we're going to have a set of tools to send you. So ASAP, if you know you want the tools, you should register. And no matter what you do, tools, class, everything, when you sign up, you're just reserving your spot. Nothing gets billed until January 1st. Current members have already been charged for December. So literally nothing will come out of an account for you until Jan 1 for class and Jan 15 for the tools. I think that's, or no, December 15th for the tools and Jan 1 for the class. That's right. You betcha. All right, have a great weekend and a great rest of your evening. We'll see you soon. Thank you for being here.